Welcome back. Today we're in Istanbul, Turkey, and I've got a challenge. Can we eat, explore, and soak up the city's culture, all for just $10 US? Istanbul is a city of history, flavor, and energy, and I want to prove you don't need a big budget to experience its magic. We'll hunt for street food, meet locals, and dive into the real Istanbul, all while keeping our wallets happy. This isn't just about saving money, it's about traveling smarter, deeper, and more authentically. $10, a huge appetite, and a city full of wonders. Let's see how far we can go. Ready? Let's dive in. First stop, street food. There's no better way to dive into the heart of Istanbul than by following your nose and your appetite through its bustling streets. The city is a living, breathing feast, and every corner offers something new to taste, smell, and experience. Istanbul's streets are alive with the smell of roasting chestnuts, grilling meats, and fresh bread. The air is thick with the aroma of spices and charcoal, drawing locals and travelers alike to the vibrant food carts and stalls that line the sidewalks. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. Everywhere you look, there's something sizzling, baking, or being freshly prepared. We're starting with simit, the iconic sesame-crusted bread. Crispy outside, fluffy inside, and just scents from a red cart. Breakfast for locals and a must-try for visitors. Watching the vendor expertly stack golden rings of simit is a show in itself. The bread is still warm, and as you break it open, a cloud of steam escapes, carrying the scent of toasted sesame. It's the kind of simple pleasure that makes you feel instantly at home in a new city. With simit in hand, we're off to find a real-deal street kebab. The city's energy is infectious, people rushing to work, friends chatting over tea, and vendors calling out their daily specials. Every step brings a new temptation, but the smoky aroma of kebabs grilling over open flames is impossible to resist. Here's a tiny grill, the chef expertly wrapping juicy, marinated chicken in lavish with fresh veggies and herbs, a tavuk durum. The sizzle of the meat, the quick hands assembling the wrap, and the vibrant colors of tomatoes, onions, and parsley. It's street food theater at its finest. You can see the pride in the chef's eyes as he hands over the finished durum, knowing he's serving up a piece of Istanbul's culinary heritage. The flavors are unreal. Tender chicken, bold spices, and crisp veggies, all for just a couple of bucks. Each bite is a perfect balance of smoky, tangy, and fresh. Eating it right there on the street, you're surrounded by the sounds of the city, honking cars, laughter, and the constant hum of life. It's messy, it's delicious, and it's absolutely unforgettable. Eating on the street, surrounded by the city's energy, this is Istanbul at its best. There's a sense of community here, with strangers sharing tables, swapping stories, and bonding over a shared love of good food. It's a reminder that food isn't just about sustenance, it's about connection, tradition, and joy. But we can't skip dessert. Time for baklava at a local bakery, not a tourist trap. These small, family-run bakeries are where the magic happens. Generations perfecting the art of flaky pastry, rich nuts, and sweet syrup. The display cases are stacked high with golden, glistening baklava, each piece promising a taste of pure indulgence. Layers of flaky pastry, pistachios, and sweet syrup. One bite and you get crunch, nuttiness, and honeyed bliss. The syrup drips down your fingers and you can't help but smile. It's a dessert that's both decadent and comforting, a perfect end to a street food adventure. And the best part? The bakers are always eager to share their favorites and offer a taste, making you feel like a regular even if it's your first visit. The hospitality here is next level. Locals are proud to share their food and stories. Whether you're a first-timer or a seasoned traveler, you're welcomed with open arms and a genuine smile. Food is a language everyone speaks here, and it's the quickest way to make new friends. In just a few stops, we've had simit, a kebab wrap, and baklava, authentic, filling, and all for a fraction of our budget. It's proof that you don't need fancy restaurants or expensive meals to eat like royalty in Istanbul. The real treasures are found on the streets, in the hands of passionate vendors who pour their hearts into every bite. This is why I love street food. It's the gateway to a city's soul. Every flavor tells a story, every vendor has a history, and every meal is a celebration of culture and community. Sharing a meal on the street breaks down barriers and brings people together in the most delicious way possible. You don't need a big budget to eat well, just curiosity and a sense of adventure. The best meals are often the simplest, found in unexpected places and shared with new friends. Istanbul's street food scene is proof that great food is for everyone, and the memories you make along the way are priceless. We're fueled up and ready for more. Let's keep exploring. The city is calling, and there are still countless flavors to discover, stories to hear, and unforgettable moments waiting just around the corner. Istanbul's street food adventure has only just begun. With our stomachs happy and our spirits high, it's time for a classic Istanbul experience, one that locals and visitors alike cherish, a ferry ride across the legendary Bosphorus. This isn't just a way to get from point A to point B, it's a journey through the heart of the city, where continents meet and history comes alive with every wave. Istanbul is the only city in the world that straddles two continents, Europe and Asia, and the ferry is the lifeline that connects them. For locals, it's a daily ritual, affordable, scenic, and always memorable. For travelers, it's a front-row seat to the city's magic, offering a perspective you simply can't get on land. We tap our Istanbul cart, the city's all-in-one transit card, and step aboard. The anticipation builds as we join a mix of commuters, students, and families, all sharing this floating slice of Istanbul life. As the ferry glides away from the dock, the city's iconic skyline unfolds before us. There's the majestic Hagia Sophia, the elegant blue mosque, and the storied Topkapi Palace, all rising above the water, their domes and minarets glowing in the sunlight. It's a living postcard, and every glance reveals another layer of Istanbul's rich past. The salty breeze fills the air, sunlight dances on the waves, and seagulls swoop alongside the ferry, hoping for a bite of simit tossed by generous passengers. There's a sense of freedom here, of being suspended between continents, with the city's energy all around you. Along the shores, centuries of history pass by in a single glance. Ancient fortresses like Rumeli Hisari stand guard over the strait, while grand Ottoman mansions and sleek modern villas line the banks, each telling a story of Istanbul's ever-changing identity. As we approach the mighty Bosphorus Bridge, the city's pulse quickens. Passing beneath its soaring span, you can't help but feel the connection between worlds. Europe behind us, Asia ahead, and the Bosphorus itself, a timeless witness to it all. Soon we dock in Kadıköy on the Asian side. The atmosphere shifts. Here, the pace is more relaxed, the streets are filled with local markets, cozy cafes, and a creative buzz that's uniquely Kadıköy. It's a world away from the tourist crowds, yet just a short ride from the city's historic heart. This short journey offers million-dollar views for less than $1. The Bosphorus isn't just a body of water, it's the soul of Istanbul, and the ferry is your ticket to experience it up close. Forget the tourist cruises and flashy tours, this is the real deal. Here, you're part of the city's daily rhythm, sharing the ride with people who call Istanbul home. We've crossed continents, soaked in the scenery, and stayed on budget. The Bosphorus ferry is more than just transportation, it's a moving window into Istanbul's soul. Now let's step onto the Asian side and see what adventures await us next. In Kadıköy, the market buzzes, but first we pause for a true Turkish ritual tea. We find a cozy tea garden, locals on low stools, backgammon clacking, and the aroma of strong black tea in the air. Tea here isn't just a drink, it's a symbol of hospitality and connection. We order 2 glasses, no menu needed. It arrives hot, bold, and served in tulip-shaped glasses. Sipping tea, we're not just visitors, we're part of the city's rhythm. Around us, friends laugh, elders read, and the world slows down. This costs pennies, but the value is huge. A window into daily life. The sounds, the warmth, the simple act of pausing. This is the heart of Istanbul. On a tight budget, these moments are priceless. Tea finished, spirits lifted, we're ready to head back to the European side for our next adventure. Back on the European side, we make our way to the legendary Grand Bazaar, a place that feels less like a market and more like a living, breathing city within a city. This is one of the world's oldest and largest covered markets, and as soon as you step through its historic gates, you're swept into a world that's been bustling for centuries. Step inside and you're instantly hit with a swirl of colors, scents, and sounds, spices piled high, the rich aroma of leather, the laughter of friends, and the constant musical hum of haggling. The energy is infectious and every sense is awakened as you're pulled deeper into the maze. With over 4,000 shops spread across 60 winding streets, getting lost isn't just possible, it's practically guaranteed. But that's part of the adventure. Here, window shopping is an experience in itself, and you can spend hours wandering without spending a single lira. We're not here to splurge or fill our bags with souvenirs. Instead, we're here to soak up the atmosphere, to watch the dance of daily life, and to let the bazaar's magic work on us. Every corner reveals something new, A hidden tea shop, a craftsman at work, a group of friends sharing a joke. Look up and you'll see the ceilings covered in hand-painted patterns, each archway telling a story from centuries past. The air is thick with history, and you can almost imagine the generations of traders and travelers who have passed through these halls. We wander through lantern-lit alleys, past stalls overflowing with spices and shops draped in vibrant textiles. Every turn brings a new discovery: glittering mosaic lamps, shelves stacked with Turkish delight, and the soft glow of sunlight filtering through stained glass. The shopkeepers here are storytellers as much as salespeople. They invite you in for a cup of tea, share tales of their wares, and offer samples with a smile. Even if you're not buying, you're welcomed like an old friend. The spice section is a riot of color and aroma. Saffron, sumac, and cinnamon fill the air. Shopkeepers offer samples of Turkish delight and dried fruits, each with a story about its origin or a family recipe passed down through generations. We pause to admire pashminas in every shade imaginable, carpets woven with intricate patterns, and hand-painted ceramics that seem almost too beautiful to use. Turkish craftsmanship is on full display, and it's easy to lose track of time as you marvel at the artistry. Finally, we stumble upon a tiny souvenir stall and spot a Nazar Boncugu, the classic blue evil eye charm. For just a few coins we pick one up, a small token to ward off bad luck and remember our adventure. The Grand Bazaar can feel overwhelming at first, but if you let yourself go with the flow, it becomes pure magic. The chaos turns into a symphony, and you realize you're part of a centuries-old tradition of trade, conversation, and discovery. We leave the bazaar with smiles, a few small treasures, and memories of a place where the past and present blend seamlessly. We've explored, learned, and found a piece of Istanbul to take home, all without breaking the bank. Now, as the sun begins to set, let's seek a moment of peace and reflection at one of the city's most beautiful mosques, a perfect way to end our day of discovery. Our final stop, the stunning Süleymaniye Mosque, a masterpiece of Ottoman architecture. Visiting is free, but respect is key. Cover up, remove shoes, and enter quietly. Inside, the city's noise fades. The vast dome, stained glass, and intricate calligraphy create a sense of awe. Light streams in, illuminating centuries of history and devotion. We sit quietly, taking in the peace and beauty. Locals pray, visitors reflect, and everyone shares a sense of wonder. This isn't just a tourist site, it's a living center of faith and community. The view from the courtyard is breathtaking. The city, the Bosphorus, all the places we've explored today. This moment of calm is the perfect end to our journey. We've eaten, explored, connected, and found serenity, all for $10. That's a wrap on our $10 Istanbul adventure. We proved you don't need a big budget for an unforgettable day in this magical city. If you enjoyed this journey, hit subscribe and join our community of curious travelers. Your support means the world and helps me keep sharing these stories. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, goodbye from Istanbul. Let me know if you need further tightening or adjustments.